Hello, you are currently watching this kind of proof of concept of a thing I might do later down the lines, I'm not sure, but either way, I'm gonna call this a proof of concept for now, depending on how far it gets, but yeah. If you're reading the title, then this is gonna be some sort of a Pokemon Red Randomized Nuzlocke. How niche, and how not so done it is, oh my god, but yeah. I think I've been wanting to get back into content creation, but I just haven't really had it in me until now, I guess, but I think I do want to kind of go back to basics a little bit, but I don't know if I'd still do whatever the hell I was doing currently. Like, I still have to wrap up Stadium 2 after all these years, and along with a bunch of other miscellaneous videos I've been wanting to do, but yeah, this is the Pokemon Red Randomizer, and of course we're gonna have like a bit of rules with it as well. So the first rule we're gonna have, which is coming up, is that I'm gonna pretty much have all the items randomized, of course, because there's gotta be fun in that, and I'm not being bad at items, because I think there's no fun in just being sure the items you generally get are always bound to be good. Like, I want to be jump scared by mail when I'm in dire need of an item. I really do want to, and I really don't think I'm gonna try to narrate what goes on with the beginning of the game too much. Like, oh no, we're getting bombarded with Oak, and now we're gonna go pick our Pokemon. And yeah, I named my rival Lord after person. I think this Lord kind of fits the quota of the Gen 1 rival with the cocky ass hat. Anyway, we're gonna see the next randomized aspect, which is randomized Pokemon, of course, and that includes the starters, but I had it made so that it's a Pokemon that's at least a 3-stage evolution line, because, like, I don't want to get bombarded with, like, something that OP right out the gate, and I checked my ID because I forgot that there's no trainer ID in this game, which is how I would probably pick my starter otherwise. I think that's a pretty solid method to pick your mon in a situation like this, and I think I ultimately decided I'm gonna go with the Chop because it would be a cool thing to show another thing where I have it so that I don't have to trade to get the impossible Evos, like Machop, which is a trade mon to get to Machamp, and I am the most uncultured person when it comes to my nickname, so I just went ahead and named it Muscle Man. And another thing for now is that I think I'm gonna post-commentate on this because I was recording this late at night for one, and I think I would let myself a bit better at post-commentating for now. Maybe for the important battles, I might try live commentary, but for now, I'm gonna attempt post-commentating, and just hope for the best. So, yeah. And then, in that case, Lord gets the Bellsprout. You're gonna see that change in a second, and I try to take a look at my mon, because another thing I randomized, which is complete random, is the stats and type. I'm gonna keep it a bit interesting, because I think it would be a little bit... I think it would just be kind of boring to rely on the stats I know and love when it comes to these mons. It's just like, oh, here's the Chansey. Just kill with physical move, but what if Chansey now can take a hit, and it's just not as min-max, because I still expect max things, and yeah. The Bellsprout that Lord should have gotten is now Dratini, and as you can see, things aren't gonna go exactly well. And I'm gonna call this rival fight just kind of a mock fight. I didn't care if I win or lose, and that signifies if I won. I know some are saying that you have to win the rival fight to proceed, but I consider this kind of a mock battle, and I will consider the L once I wipe out completely, but you don't get the, oh, you wipe out of this fight if you lose. So yeah. And I got really close to winning this. It's just Dratini kept being an idiot and kept going for Smog as the fight went on, but I was just unlucky. And as you saw, Muscle Man was pretty average stats across the board. And I think another thing I'll try to do is if I get the mon in my possession and add it to my Pokedex, I will look over the stats to keep it fair, but by the looks of things, Muscle Man generally had stats that weren't speed. Which is pretty standard for Machop, but Machop doesn't have special, so I'll try to take a look at stats right now without trying to get spoiled. I have the little pad up now, and I can just control F. Okay, Machop. Ice type with 69 HP, 62 attack, 48 defense, 43 speed. I think that's speed and 59 special. I'll take a look at the top again. Yeah, it's special. Okay. So yeah, and I'll put the stats on screen as well in case like you're not getting me or something. Oh yeah. I'll try to put my editing skills to the test. Because I'm just recording the voiceover for now, which I'm probably gonna do the editing after the voiceover, of course, but yeah. The second has Fire Spin, which I should have just ramped it right out the gate, which is why I had to run home after the fact, after I got Fire Spin. So, yeah. I'm getting healed. Yeah, Atkins on Route 1. And another thing I'll try to do, because another rule I have on is I try to have mons at similar strength, just so that right off the bat I'm not bombarded with a Mewtwo or something and then game over early on. I want to keep at least a little bit of a chance, because another thing you may have noticed in that fight is that Dratini was not level 5, it was level 7. I did a 40% increase to static Pokemon like the legendary birds and Mewtwo and general trainers, and I think it was a 30% increase to wild Pokemon, and now we have this Diglett here. It just spam acid a bunch. I think it's its only move, and another general Gen 1 Jankathon thing is that even if they only really accounted for movesets to be caught with the level you caught it at within the wild, because breeding was not a thing, which is why a prime example I think I got introduced with Staryu was I think way back when I was doing randomizers of my own of Gen 1 back on the whole online web randomizer on a janky ass Chromebook, is that when I caught a Staryu, it only had 3 moves at level 5, and it was gonna stay that way for forever, and I never completed said run. It's just I got busy, or just I wanted to have fun with other things by that point in time. Yeah. And then another Pidgeon has Rolling Kick, which nearly killed me, and then if that Rolling Kick killed, I would have just re-recorded immediately, because I would have just gotten new seed. It's I'm not gonna just do episode 1 of this, even if I do consider this kind of proof of concept, and we made it to the Pokemon Center at least, and I think that will be kind of another rule I think I'll do, is that the moment you get into a trainer battle on a set route, that you have to go all the way until you reach the next town, because I don't think it's fun just Pokemon centering again and again. So there's that. And yeah, and I talked to the guy in the little bench there in the Pokemon Center, because it was kind of neat that the dude sitting on the bench at the Pokemon Center, they managed to get that on the Gen 1 Game Boy. I don't think that kind of sprite would exist in the first gen of Pokemon, yet here we are. Go them, I guess, and I guess some other rule boundary things I'll bring up is that I'm not going to allow heals during battle, and as you saw at the beginning, I'll have the battle style set to set, because when I pretty much play these baby-ass Pokemon games nowadays, I always play set, no heals, and I know it transcends just mainline Pokemon. I tend to do that whenever I play Frog Hacks as well. I just tend to play set, no heals, and I know this is more of a Nuzlocke challenge run, and I could be put in a peculiar situation, but I still want to keep it a little interesting and not just rely on heals. And but I guess in another fashion is that when it comes to certain important trainers, is that I'm gonna try my best not to overlevel. I could end up overleveling at a point, and with certain things like gym leaders as well, I think I'll have it so that if it's a 3-on-3, a 3-mon gym leader, I'll have it so that I can only go in with 3 mons. Keep it like the anime, which I don't think it would be exactly the fairest. I would keep it interesting in the gym leader context, because by the time you get to freaking Lieutenant Surge and some situations, you might already have a full team of 6, which I'm not gonna hold people against per se. If you have the full team of 6, go for it. But for my purposes, I just think that's kind of meh. Especially in Pokemon Yellow, when I feel it's meant to be the 1v1 with freaking Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, in the anime, but you can just waltz up with him with a team of 6. So I just want to keep that spirit. If you And I'm not here to dictate how people should play the game. These are just my purposes. Just if you want it, just kidding around these rules. If you want to go after mine, go for it. I don't care. Play the game how you want to play the game. I'm not here to dictate. Anyway, we deliver the parcel back. Yes. So I'm gonna narrate over this. I'm just still kind of going over the ground rules. And we're gonna get the Pokedex, which I never really knew until recently that you could just view where else you could view potential stars. Like, I could just look in the beginning, wherever the hell Ghastly or Bellsprout could be, or better yet, Retaining with Commons Punch and Smog. There you go. And Lord's gonna run off. And that'll probably be what we do in the beginning of next time. We'll just beat up Lord. Oh goody. Yeah, we don't have Pokeballs yet. Like, little factoid that I didn't even know about in Gen 1. Well, I didn't even know. I knew this for a long time. I don't know why I'm going off there, but yeah. You don't get Pokeballs right off the bat in Gen 1, which is kind of mean. You have to purchase them. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do just that. Get some Pokeballs that you have to pay for, and if I'm going to be doing these gauntlet routes, it would be really sensible to get as much healing as I can get, because going back to the Pokemon Center again and again, that's just... I just don't enjoy that. And it just has time, because time is so scarce in my world nowadays. Like, my god, I just don't want... And besides, I sound petty when I say this, it cuts down on my editing and cropping. Yay me! Like, there's not gonna be any cuts for this episode, but as of right now, I'm just gonna have this uncut. But when it comes to like leveling and whatnot, I've yet to try to implement rare candies, which is probably gonna how I level up mods, because it takes the risk of the oh-so boring grinding that I hate. Yeah, it's pretty modern these days to have rare candies as you grind, which I don't blame people. Especially in, like, the concept of Gen 1, like, EVs, they don't exist. Like, I can see it if you want to grind, if you wanted the EVs, but grinding is not for everyone, and I try to catch my first encounter of this route Pidgey, but it does not go everyone, and I nearly died, so we failed the first encounter with Pidgey, which had Rolling Kick, and I think it had, like, another move, Ice Punch. Yeah, that Ice Punch, and we're not gonna learn Pidgey as of right now, so I don't know if it's a Fighting type or an Ice type, because I had to check with the change movesets, which I forgot to mention. I try to have these randomized movesets that have it preferred to the same type, but as of right now, for our Ice type Machop, we don't really exactly have the luxury of an Ice type move, yeah. But anyway, we're on to the next route, which is where we will beat up Lord next time to start with, and our encounter here is Diglett, which was on the other route. Oh yeah, we knew it had acid, so I wanted to imagine it was just a poison type, and we were just fine, and Muscle Man wasn't really doing damage as it stood, and there we go. And these Digletts were getting damn lucky with their defense drop, which was kind of annoying. But yeah. By the looks of things, like, Diglett didn't have much attack, or defense was fine, so I wasn't too worried, which I'm pretty peculiar when it comes to watching out for defense drops, and we caught the Diglett, which is neat. Our first catch of the game, the mole Pokemon, and I typically tend to name my Diglett's Resetti after Mr. Resetti from Animal Crossing, but I just didn't know how to spell that at the 1 a.m. that I was recording with that at the time, and I just didn't want to bother looking up and pause. So I just named it Airline after that. This little Diglett picture that sometimes floats around social media, where those, like, airport chairs, they look like Digletts, so there you go. And then I decided to take a look at Diglett with 8 all across the board as far as it's at. So it might be a Jack of all trades, maybe Master or none, I don't know, and 17 HP for its starting stats. And it was an Electric Psychic, which is a lone Raichu's type. Now I'm gonna look up its stats outright. And let's see. Diglett. Okay. Oh, do I have to go all the way to... Okay, that's... I'm not... Oh, these are just trainers. Oh, you're right there. Okay. Diglett Electric Psychic type, so 57 HP, 37 attack, 46 defense, 44 speed, and 46 special, which pretty not great stats. Jack of all trades, master of none, and then we encounter a level 7 Jigglypuff that scared the crap out of me as I was encountering this, and it had Barrage, and those can be so much fun if they get a crit on you, but yeah, I haven't really used Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, in like any sort of actually, that's a lie. When it came to like some Pokemon Sapphire run, Nuzlocke run I did on my own time, like years ago, I had a Wigglytuff on my final team because something died last second at Victory Road. And I just decided, you know what, let's try a Wigglytuff. Just looking at my box and what was clashing with types at least, and I had to try to keep going, and I eventually got it, because the ball like goes past the initial shakes where it would not go. If it goes past that, where it typically shakes like only once, twice, if it goes past that, like the Mon is caught, and even in Gen 1, like some people may not know that you could just outright miss the Pokemon. It was just, you missed the Pokemon, you missed the Pokemon, again and again, but like, once it actually gets in the ball, you know you caught the Pokemon, so there you go. And I was struggling with a nickname for Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, and I forgot a nickname I tend to go with. When it comes to casual Pokemon, I just named my Pokemon Cuisine, something like that. But I decided, I was kind of Smash brain when I was recording this for whatever reason, and I just don't Jigglypuff most where it's like pound shenanigans, so I was just like, Chapounda. Why not? Just after the Smash Bros. Time, and you just hear, ah! That was a horrible Jigglypuff voice, like, so I'm not gonna go any further than that. I was just pondering, like, do I want to go with this? I'm just like, well, why not? I'm just so Smash Brain right now. And Jigglypuff is a fun one when it comes to at least the earlier Smash game, since Jigglypuff is considered the worst of the worst in, like, at least Smash 4. I don't know if it's general reception in Ultimate, but there you go. So, Newmon as well, so it's time to look at Jigglypuff. And hopefully I can just not go to stats, I can just hit up there. Okay. So Jigglypuff, Psychic type, you probably might have already seen it, but Jigglypuff, we have 70 HP, 39 attack, 24 defense, 48 speed, and 45 special, so this is pretty akin to regular Jigglypuff if you ask me, and then we'll probably gotta take a look at tactical stats, and I'll switch on the thing right now, but yeah. They look a lot better in hindsight when you look at the thing with that defense. It's gonna be super worrying. Yeah, so we got another Psychic on the team, which Psychics are generally already pretty OP in Gen 1. We have virtually no weakness other than the oh-so-threatening Bug. Yeah, once we get actual Psychic moves, we'll be in business. Yeah, Jigglypuff might be alright. Like, because like I said, I'm only gonna take a look at the actual stats, like, until after they evolve. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up by going to the Radiant Forest and getting a fire encounter over there, whether we get it or not. And then I'll probably do the off-screen rare candy grinding, however I handle it for the beginning. I'm not sure. Because, like, I'm not gonna spend, like, 5 hours of my life grinding up a level 3 to, like, level whatever when it comes to it. For candies, especially when there's no ease in play. And this would be in context, too, for Gen 2, where grinding is just atrocious. And we got a quality wheel, which might not be the worst thing in the world, considering next time if we get there, we're probably gonna fight whatever replaces Brock's Arms, which could get replaced with something friendly. And Beedrill might not be a bad Jagan mod per se, but yeah. We got the wheel first try, yay us. So I just decided to nickname this wheel. Like, Beedrill already kind of has, like, Cheddarish aspects, so I just named it Cheddar, because why not? Because, like, I don't really know what Beedrill's nickname is, and my nickname compendium, so there you go. Anyway, for Cheddar, we got a pure fighting type, which isn't the best, and it looked really speedy with Confuse Ray, which could be fun, but it has Confuse Ray and Petal Dance, and the stats, 23 HP, 38 attack, 27 defense, 16 speed, which is slow, and 71 special, which is a good pair with Petal Dance, and yeah. This is the end, and I will see you next time when that comes. Bye.